Peace and blessings, family. Sister Ajali, I am just so happy to announce our good sister Lashid4u is back. I don't know. Her schedule is going to be her schedule. I support that queen doing what she needs to do for herself, because in the time that she took off just to heal and just, right yourself, because this place, social media is freaking a pigsty. It's trash. And I don't blame her for doing what they blame her. I applaud her. I support her. Anytime, sis, you need to take off, then that's what you need to do. But we were concerned about you because we love you, and you are such an important person up here in terms of black women who are going to tell the whole truth. And I know when you told the whole truth, they took your channel down. They gave it back to you, but they took videos down where you were just exposing larger scale agendas with like Marina Abramovic. I'll never forget your video about Jim Jones and People's Temple, and how that was all just a test to see if black us were programmable. And it proved to be, yes, definitely the case. And we can see the outcome all around us right now. But unfortunately, where you're not back is in the comments, because here's this wonderful comment from you that when I click on, is gone. Is gone. And we know that that happens. But it's just to document it, I see has an effect, because the devils who run social media don't want to be exposed, because the more we showcase their true agenda, their true intentions, then the more black people say, wait a minute, here's the proof. Because oftentimes they're busy watching The Breakfast Club and other inane, distractions, so that they are fed a scheduled script that they don't ever ponder looking out of. It's not that they can't, it's that they don't even know there's a way to look out of. So the proof is always extremely beneficial. And so when I saw, just, by chance, a notice that you had commented, if I had gone over to my comments, and they changed this a bit too, I don't know for what purpose, but now it'll come up with just this very excellent, amazing brother. He writes so well. One comment that I haven't responded to, but then there'll be others that usually I could see it right here on my comments page. So this is a new development, because you posted this 20 hours ago, and we had a nice exchange with that comment that you posted. But that one over there, this is 10 hours ago, and it's not even coming up on my comments page. So that's probably why they did the little switcheroo in the presentation of the comments manager. And also, I'll notice often, certain people, your comments categorically are hidden, like beloved sister Jai Africa. Your comments, I'm pretty much sure, don't appear to anybody but me and a couple others, depending on the topic. Certain topics, like that's why there are black channels, even if they may be sincere, with an awful lot of views. That's because they're no threat. No threat. If they were, they wouldn't be on up in here, or they would be hounded, because brothers who tell the absolute truth, your channels are the most oppressed out there. And sisters tend not to even come on up here, especially if they are not deluded by the programming. If they're not fooled by it, then they don't come on up here. If you have a popular channel and you are a sister, you're not a threat. It's that simple. Something about what you are saying, you could be very sincere in it, but you're not a threat. Sister Lashid4u, she's a threat because she sees the BS and she says it So I do not blame that sister. Right now, she's just like, look, I'm just going to do what I do up here. And I myself, I'm into the more serious global geopolitical topics. I think the only reason why I even have any kind of presence on here is because they don't want to divulge the reality, the severity of man-made radiation's contamination in our lives, and that is their silent genocidal weapon, their favorite one that they hope will be the perfect weapon. The more I read, the more I garner credibility and authority in what I say, so that I can easily just prove the hell of low-level radiation. And that's why they don't want to get rid of my channel altogether, because if it was gone altogether, then I would look like maybe she was right. And you have white anti-nukers up here who now my numbers are suppressed, and they're more or just as much as theirs are. Any real interest I garner, that's simply because of you, Black you. And that's a feature of our nature I always knew was there, which was what encouraged me to come up here and present the truth about man-made radiation. Was I know we ain't along for genocide. You got agents up here who I'm sure are actually even rooting for my message to be successful, because they really didn't understand when they signed on board that they were signing on board to support genocide. But for the, I can't even say, because at this point in time with Operation Mockingbird, I'm sure, especially when channels get to be like 1 million subscribers, I'm pretty sure those are agents. Those are straight up agents meant to divert our attention to nonsensical trivia. But for others who may have 20,000 subscribers, 50,000 subscribers, those could be very genuine people, but they just never heard about what I share, about what Sister Lashid shares, which is at this point in time pretty improbable, because my old channels had over 5 million views. And Sister Lashid, I'm sure she's actually even had more views than I've had. And so I don't think it's that they haven't heard of us. It's just that they really have done no further research, because they're indoctrinated to the chain of command of social media and of major media. So if CNN ain't talking about it, they're quite sure that, a couple of black women who just have a YouTube channels aren't going to, garner their respect. So it's a very complicated thing, but it's all controlled by these devils who own social media, who even they are no longer as effective as their owners need them to be, because in the UK they're threatening to imprison social media platform presidents, the ones who own these things, because they're not censoring enough. And so that's why everything is just jumped up and in a certain degree become more effective. But telling lies is never effective at all. It always falls apart. That's why they're trying to censor everything, trying to make 1 million stupid distractions possible, because Western civilization is falling to pieces. They've lost. So that gets me to saying that one of the other ways that they censor and try to micromanage our interaction up here is on Brother Mad Black TV. I notice whenever I leave a comment, if it manages to stay, they've got everything ghettoized, so that nobody else but that brother will see the comment. With Sister Lashid, I didn't get to see her comment at all, except for on here. But that's how they minimize the amount of traffic, I hate to call beautiful Black you traffic, because I need to see, I love to see, I love your comments, I love just you, period, you're beautiful. But I noticed that I'll be the one of the first people to comment. Sometimes it's hard for me because I have a busy life, but at the same time, I'll leave a comment and I'll see that nobody saw it because it'll only have one like, two likes, whatever. And I have confidence in my writing skills and my understanding of different situations beyond just the usual reactions and responses. And so that's how I know that, yeah, that's part of the censorship. That's part of the, now you two, you have to separate because you talk too much about the truth and we can't stand that. All right. So that's all I wanted to share. I'm so happy this queen is back. She lost 20 pounds. Is that incredible? Woo, congratulations. And yes, just like she said to me in the comment I did see, that made me so happy to see her. That's what made me happy. But she said that I was beautiful no matter what size I am. I do agree with that. Even though for me, I do this for health. And I know that sister lost 20 pounds for health, even though she too is beautiful no matter what size you are, queen. Oh, so happy you're back. Peace and blessings, family. Straight black family pride, and we are forever.